6:15 right now, there are more than 400,000 children in foster care. The system has more children than homes, as many children await placement. But could there be a solution? In this morning's Two Americas report, Matt Pearl travels to Tucson, where the answer may look closer to home, literally.
I think she will realize.
We are not going to show most of what we saw.
You told me, put everything down, write it down.
It's raw, it's heavy, and it involves the discussion of children and trauma.
She'll be 8, and I've had her since she was 3.
We won't share the specific details of specific children. We will share how it feels for their families, their kinship families.
How much do they understand that? Because as a grown adult, I don't understand it.
This has been very, very emotional for me. I'm sorry. And I've been doing this all on my own.
Kinship care is when a child is raised by a family member who's not their biological parent, typically because of concerns about safety. In this room are grandparents and an uncle.
I got my nephew, I took him out of the group home, and I've been with him for 4 years now.
There's barely a dozen here, but there are millions of American children in kinship care. Children like Bella and Ryan. They're being raised by their grandfather, Ronnie.
He loves to show his room off.
And their non-biological grandmother, Leslie Pemberton.
I don't understand Facebook. I'm too young for Facebook.
Really? I went to the door and the kids were here with a note. And the note said, "Take care of my kids, please, for 90 days. Pretty much that was it. And they left. The first couple nights that they got here, I'd wake up and Bella was standing over me, just staring at me. Well, she was there to make sure that I was still there, that I wasn't leaving in the middle of the night.
Walking them all.
Even in the most charitable of circumstances, parenting is a nonstop challenge. But parenting a child when you've already been their relative, when you know their biological parents and their struggles, requires layers of support. Support that isn't always there.
People feel like it's your obligation because you are family, so you don't need help, but you do need help. When I started support group, that was amazing.
Pemberton is among the dozen. Stories are shared about children who are afraid of their biological parents, about a child whose biological mother repeatedly calls on the phone crying and on drugs, about going to court and explaining it all to the kids.
I didn't come for myself. I came for my grandkids.
In this room,
She doesn't know anything about her mother.
those stories can be shared without filter, without judgment.
Because you gotta be supportive of the kid, no matter what. You gotta be like their best friend.
They feel embarrassed.
Fadwa El Nabulsi is a kinship navigator with the Arizona Children's Association.
My program is a kinship program.
She runs this kinship support group in Tucson.
They provide love, they provide stability, they provide permanency, they provide support.
Trying to save a child and trying to do this and that, it almost feels impossible. Like a road that you just can't walk anymore.
It's raw, it's heavy, but there is laughter.
Osmosis.
And there is release.
And thank you for being here. I get support from you as well, guys.
Because through all the stories we can't share are the joys we can.
Right, did you wash that?
Yeah, Mom.
Like on this day, when Bella calls her non-biological grandmother Mom.
I love having the kids. I'm not gonna lie, it gets very stressful sometimes and I think, what am I doing? I love having them and helping them and seeing them grow.
In Tucson, Arizona, I'm Matt Pearl.
Pretty amazing stuff. And you know, we look at the foster program, we're sitting here at 6:20 talking about this. We're talking about your family had a unique situation. Your family was very involved in foster program.
Yeah, from the time I was 11 until I was 17, my parents were foster parents. A total of, in that period of time, of 28 children who came into our homes. And primarily it was emergency care. These were children that were taken away from their biological guardians or whatever, and that in the middle of the night quite often we would literally, my little brother and I'd wake up and go to the breakfast table and there'd be 3 more bowls of cereal sitting there, and there'd be 3 kids we had never met. This story that we just talked about, that family care, is a little different because at least there's a chance those kids knew who those people were. These kids had no idea who my parents were. They're in a stranger's house with strange brothers and sisters. For us, because it was our house, that was one thing, but I kept going back and forth with what it must have been like for those little kids to be stuck into this house full of strangers, not knowing who they were, not knowing all that, plus coming from all the trauma that brought them there in the first place.
Right, and during this time, I mean, they need that emotional support, but they're also looking for the opportunity to connect.
Absolutely.
You guys are role models
Right.
in ways that maybe their family didn't have.
And it was, I mean, it was a very positive experience. It was really hard to deal with. We had everything from a 1-day-old baby to a 17-year-old girl who was only with us for about 6 days. She turned 18, and then that meant she aged out of the program. Nowhere to go. She was able to stay with us, be safe, and be there. And then once she turned 18, the foster care program, she aged out, and she lost her services and all of those kind of things. So having this family relation would change some of that. I think that's a much more positive approach in some ways. And I mean, the foster care program is hugely important, but if you have that family link, that would be even better.
What was it like for you and your brothers? I mean, you guys already had that kinship that we were talking about there. What was it like for your brothers and you?
It was fascinating. I think because I was older, like I said, I was 11 to 17 years old, it gave me a more of appreciation of what we had. I mean, you know, all your parents are crazy. They're all, you know, man, they're so mean. They're so. It gave me some grounding that I saw that those kids needed. It gave me a chance to be a big brother to other people, or a little brother in this case. That 17-year-old girl was older than I was. Knew none of those kids beforehand other than a couple. I did have, for a period of time, a classmate who actually lived with us for about a month. Before that, we're still friends. We've been friends for a long time, and that it gave me a better feeling about what my mom and dad were able to do, and how lucky I was to have that, regardless.
We got about 40 seconds left here. Would you recommend it? I mean, you wouldn't trade it, I'm sure.
I would not trade it for anything. Those the difference that my mom and dad made in the lives of those 28 people. They had nothing at that moment. They were taken away from absolutely horrific situations of abuse and neglect and all of those kind of things, and they gave them a grounding place, a place to stand and move on from there. And I wouldn't have traded my experience in that, and I know my mom and dad wouldn't have either.
I think that's an amazing story.
It was
Thanks
pretty
for
cool.
sharing that with us.
It was pretty cool, yeah. It was a good program for sure.
All right. Hey, we're going to come back. We're going to take a look at your weather, more Montana This Morning. We're back in just a couple of minutes.